Welcome everyone. Prime Minister, all these are here, Dr. Saab, and everybody who dreams to have a better Pakistan, who dreams to have a digital Pakistan, who dreams to have a safer, sounder, more progressive Pakistan. Today what we're seeing over here is actually dreams turning into reality. I think maybe the two of you, two main guests, we actually are a host today. Got together about a couple of years ago and they dreamt of this idea. And today what we're seeing is the realization of that idea. And I was talking to some of the colleagues upstairs that this was one of my first engagements as the CEO of what was that doing. And you and I, we were here and we promised that we were going to turn this thing around in 4 months. It's taken a little bit longer. But here we are today and I feel extremely proud of the work my team has done. Our partners team up, our architect, and hopefully maybe we should even have some pictures of the before and after. You're not only seeing a very beautiful, creative incubation center, you're also going to be witnessing the birth of the largest incubation center, the National Incubation Center. And I could not be more proud that the government and our partners have given me this opportunity to lead and show the path. But I have to very humbly accept also that we don't know all the answers. We don't know where we're going to take this thing forward. The 40 incubatees that we want to take through this program in the first year, they are the real brains. They are the future of this country. And rather than, I know that the word mentoring was used a lot, I think it's going to be an opportunity for reverse mentoring. It's going to be an opportunity for Jazz to learn something from the creativity and energy of everybody who's going to be occupying the space upstairs. So we're really very humble and we're really excited on how we're going to take place, how we're going to take part in this place. I also want to take a minute about talking about Jazz and the transition from mobile into Jazz. It's not just a new brand name, but it's also a new chapter in our journey. We are transitioning from being a telecom company to being a technology company. And I think I was having a chat with one of the guests today, Orisa was sitting over here, he asked me, you're probably doing it as a CSR. I said, no, this is not CSR. This is going to be the core of our business. We have to invest in companies, we have to partner with ideas who are going to take a part and who are going to transform Jazz into a digital lifestyle player. So our ambition is much bigger. Our ambition is much broader than what we see today as just being a telecom provider. And the infrastructure requirements of the country have changed. We no longer need more people to have only phones to make phone calls. The device in your hand is the remote control to your life, whether it's for communication, whether it's for entertainment, whether it's for education or digital commerce. You control your life or the device controls your life. And what we want to do is take a more integral part in making sure that the life is more enriching. So a great opportunity for us. I'll just leave you with a few thoughts and a small video on how we have come. But once again, thank you very much. I know you're a true believer in what this country can do. I know Augie is a true believer in what this country can do. And a number of us over here who have come back to Pakistan time and again, having had the exposure of working in many different places around the world, we are true believers of what Pakistan can do. But now is the opportunity for us to get beyond this scale into the truly global scale. And the opportunity upstairs will really provide our incubators the springboard to shine at the global world. Thank you very much and welcome once again.
Accelerating your business at the National Incubation Center. The National Incubation Center is a one-of-its-kind technology hub launched under the public and private partnership of Ministry of IT and Telecom, National ICT R&D Fund. Jazz FEMA is setting a sustainable technology and access to the aim of Jazz to accelerate environment for everyone to collaborate and generate new ideas with a diverse set of people while following technologies from top design schools through the Jazz Accelerate Mentor Program. Jazz Accelerate will help you connect with mentors who provide specialized skills and guidance. Your mentor will guide you to accelerate your startup with vital insights and industry experience that helps you succeed. With VinWicom's Make Your Mark program, which has been conceived as a global initiative for all. And to increased access to education. In the digital arena, Make Your Mark will not only support the process of scouting, mentoring, and facilitating startup founders at the National Incubation Center, but will also support the participation of 5 teams from the National Incubation Center under the Jazz Accelerate program at the Mobile World Congress, 4YFN, in Barcelona later this year. In short, Jazz Accelerate offers everything you can ask for your prolific startup. 50 million. Distribution network, payment solutions, global affiliations, open APIs, and a wealth of user insights. So what are you waiting for? Accelerate your startup now.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the launch event of the National Incubation Center. It indeed is a stellar moment for all of us to be a part of a ceremony of a launch pad that is actually going to catapult dreams. Dream, build and rise is the motto of this public-private partnership, where we see people with the right skill sets coming together, and of course the worthy patronage of our Honourable Minister being right here and being a part of this. Ladies and gentlemen, I think jazz, and as Mr. Ibrahim was just talking about, no more are we talking about a company that is only providing you with a voice service that allows you to pick up your phone and make a call. But in fact, from data, it's moving towards dreams. And these dreams can be as big as you can dare them to be. And today I feel a lot of the people in this room are mentors, but more than mentors, they're doers. They've made it happen, and they've made it happen in a spectacular way. And these stories need to get out to inspire many more to think exactly like that. There are young people across Pakistan who may have ideas, but they need facilities, they need experiences, and they need this connection to make sure that their ideas can show the world what Pakistan is all about. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we once again I would like to take this opportunity to invite our next speaker, who is of course a stakeholder, a partner in this nationwide incubation program, brings years of wonderful experience, and more importantly, the message that is part of their DNA when it comes to the very name of the organization itself. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the co-founder of Team Up, because of course the synergy of a team can move mountains. Join me in welcoming Mr. Zubair Khalid.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. As you can see, even in today's world, technology continues to get the best of us at the most crucial moments. A lot has already been said about the National Incubation Center, so I'm going to try and not repeat myself if I can. But I did want to start by saying that this was an immensely collaborative effort with so many different people from so many different places. It's worthy of just going through all of those people. There's obviously all those people here, which I want to start with. Madam Minister, thank you for your vision and for your commitment and the support that you've given to start this thing off. But the ministry itself, then of course the ICT R&D Fund, first with Dr. Ismail Shah, and now with Yusuf's capable hands. I think we're going to look at some very exciting things going on in the future. And of course, Mobilink, Jazz in this room now, It needs no introduction. We are going to look at them for a lot of the support and the encouragement that we need. A little bit about Team Up. It's actually started with two people, myself and my very worthy colleague and co-founder, Parvez Abbasi. We started by saying, let's do something for the young people in Pakistan. And that was about almost 2 years ago. And here we are now. So thank you for all those people who've come together and supported us as well. A little bit about the incubation center itself. Some of it has been said already. It's huge. It's one of the first of its kinds public-private partnerships this country has ever seen. 22,000 square feet. It's a huge amount of space. But it's not boring. For those of you who've been upstairs and those who will go into today and tomorrow. What we try to do is to make it as cutting edge as possible, but at the same time kind of retain some cultural and traditional aspects of this country and its people, because that's who are going to be working there for the rest of the over 5-year period that we will bring in teams and work with them. And I agree absolutely with what Amr said and others have said. You know, we say we are the mentors, but I think we're just partners with you in learning, maybe providing some inspiration, hopefully a lot of support. We have all kinds of fancy things out there, all kinds of audio, video equipment, the latest high-speed connectivity and stuff like that, which goes without saying. But while we expect all of you to be working incredibly hard, there is also room and space for fun. So there's a tennis table, there's a pool table, there's a football, there's a gym going on at the back, which we should deliver in a few days' time. Plus outdoor activity like badminton and so while we expect you to work very hard with us and us to work very hard with you, I think there's room to play a little, to relax a little, and take time off to review where you are in your dreams and how far you've got. We have an incredibly impressive, obviously, team of mentors and advisors we've been able to put together. Obviously, the Mobile team, Amr and his team has been an incredible support. But also, I wanted to mention just a few of the many names that you will be coming across, will be working with. Amongst them, people like Maurice Rahman, who needs no introduction in Pakistan's entrepreneurial startup ecosystem. Hasnan and Rashid Sheikh, who again have worked extensively in the fintech area. We've got people like Naeem Zamidar, colleague, friend, and perennial entrepreneur. And I've got Intisar Abbasi sitting over there. I just saw him go on. Welcome, Intisar. And people like Rizwan Defail, who works in the US. We've got Farhan Masood, again, a very, very successful entrepreneur in the US. And so on and so forth. There's a whole list on the website if you're interested in going and seeing it. I'm sure some of you will have done already. But just to wind up, I just wanted to thank some of the other people who worked incredibly hard with us and are not perhaps reflected in the scheme of things here. But thank you very much to Neerja, who the minute I went and spoke with them, they said, we're with you, we will deliver what you need. And they have. So thank you, Neerja. Thank you to I2I, Investing in Way to Consume team, who are going to work with us to provide world-class curriculum, but adapted to our local environment as far as possible. Thank you to the Acumen Fund for their support and their involvement with us. Thank you to Brown Thornton, who've been working extensively with us, not only to create the environment within the National Incubation Center, but also who will be providing services to the startups for anything that they need in terms of regulatory governance, accounting, formation of companies, etc. So we will bring in the best of the best to work with you and show you the way forward. Thank you also to people like Microsoft who work with us, Facebook Start, All of these people are partners today. The people who are probably going to provide the most fun in all of this to me is that little corner upstairs called Sitar Rush. And I think there's going to be a lot of creativity going on while you have your paratha and coffee. And I'm just looking forward to that and working with all of you. Thank you again for being here, and realize your dreams. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khalid. When we talk about dreams, there's a lot that comes to the mind, and especially when a national level program of this nature is being launched. I'll tell you what I expect as a Pakistani, and someone who's been a part of this ecosystem, has sat on all sides of this table, sometimes as a journalist, speaking to regulators, asking them what their policies and what their vision is, sometimes sitting with the corporate world and trying to understand what their next big move is going to be like. And of course, speaking to the young people on a very regular basis, trying to understand their fears. Now, while this incubation program comes as a very timely window, because the world could not have been more uncertain, so what do I expect from it? What we really look forward to is seeing ideas that come from a diverse range of people, that allows people from all walks of life, from all cities, from all ethnic backgrounds in the country, to come forward and perhaps pitch their contribution to the creative solution. And more importantly, I would like them to take away the stigma of failing. Because I think inherent in any great idea is how many mistakes you make, and then you still learn to rise, and you still charge forward. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the idealistic me, but I'm so glad to be amongst people who subscribe to the same view on life, who subscribe to the same view in business. Please join me in now welcoming the CEO of ICT R&D, Mr. Yusuf Hussain, to please say a few words at this occasion.
Minister, Secretary Staff, Dr. Ismail Shah, Hamid, Zuhair, and Ahmed, it's a pleasure to be here, and welcome all of you as well. I've been the CEO of the ICT R&D for over a month and a half, so this is really the vision and the accomplishment of Madam Minister, as well as Dr. Ismail Shah, and members of the National ICT Fund Board. I'd like to thank them, on the government side for this accomplishment. I would also like to thank the Executive Director and NDB for making the space available. And inside the ICT R&D Fund, a couple of people that I would like to recognize, because on our side, not only did they work this project through the procurement, the definition, but also some of the forthcoming projects which I'll just share with you. Before I do that, I'd like to thank Jawad Asper. Jawad, would you stand up? Wherever you are, Jawad, and Usman bin Tahir. On the procurement side, I'd like to thank him for this. Going forward, and I think the Minister will talk more about it, but we are expanding this program. We have hopefully, this is a very impressive setup, similar setups in the 4 provincial capitals. Our RFPs are due on the 22nd of February. Many of you here know that. And I think I'm excited because we've been able to create a buzz, I think, from Karachi to Peshawar. And there are a lot of very worthy applicants in all the 4 provinces, even in Quetta and Peshawar, where we were really concerned. We did some road shows, we did some ads, content, and it's very heartwarming to see all this response. So we hope that we will work very quickly at our end to award the contract and sign the contract and get things going in other capitals as well. And I think this is kind of a serendipitous time to launch an incubator like this, because what we see is that on the technology end, we have what is being called by some the 4th industrial wave, things like artificial intelligence and robotics and IoT, which are more technologically challenging than the last wave of, let's say, user interface-based mobile apps or e-commerce apps or web-based apps. These are more technologically challenging. They require more engineering, more science, more investment, and more relationship with corporates. So on the startup side, to have a facility like this to help these startups, I think is very important. At the National ICT R&D Fund, we have refocused, we've chosen our thematic areas, and these are some of the areas which I just mentioned, which are considered to be the building blocks of the knowledge economy over the next 2 to 10 years. And I'm very happy to see that the 5 startups selected here fit into one or other of these areas, which is artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, or Internet of Things, such as the Home Security Act. And on the other hand, if you look at corporates, there are many corporates like Mobilink who want to become tech companies, which is a very, I think, which is the right absolutely mission. Tech companies like a Google or an Apple or an IBM who have been reinventing themselves and showing great innovation. And how do you do that? And history tells us you do that by mergers and acquisitions, or you do that by corporate VCs, like in Pakistan, for example, $10 investment easy paisa, or do you do that through incubators just like this one? And I visited, for example, AT&T's incubator in Silicon Valley, near Stanford and Mountain View, and it's very successful. They incubate companies just like some incubators here, and then they have them meet one of the 30 divisions, each probably a $5-7 million division. And these divisions decide whether these products are useful for them or as part of their portfolio and so on. So hopefully we can get some of those synergies here between startups and Mobilink and other corporates. And of course, we will always have some B2C startups as well. And also, in recognition of the fact that the next wave is going to be technology engineering intensive, we are also setting up some of these innovation centers that you may have read about in IoT, in fintech, blockchain, and in robotics, and then to support all of these, because all of this IoT and big data is going to be severely handicapped unless we have a secure cybersecurity system. So these are some of the things we'll be working on going forward. As ICT R&D Fund, under the direction of the board, the minister, the secretary, we are becoming more of a venture capital fund. Meaning, it doesn't mean we'll take on equity, we'll be giving grants, but we'll be very concerned about the impact of our projects. If we look at the world, we look at the USA, China, India, the building blocks of the knowledge economy are startups, whether it's an Apple on Amazon, or it's a Paytm or a Flipkart in India, or it's an Alibaba or Tencent in China. These are all startups. They start off with a $150,000 investment or a $500,000 or $1 million investment, and over time, after subsequent rounds, they become huge companies and they build their knowledge economy. So we look forward to similar companies coming out of here, and us as the ICT R&D Fund acting more as a venture capital fund, funding them, and also looking at the next round of funding and the linkage with corporates. So I hope we can create these synergies not only with us, but with all the other incubators. I think you can share deals, partnership opportunities, merger opportunities with similar companies, venture capitalists, corporates, mentors, between all these 5 mentors as a great synergy possible here as well. So with that, I'd like to thank Templecom and Mobilink once again, and look forward to an exciting time going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hussain. Once again, building on the same wave of feeling this growth, this joy, this wave of success that inshallah is going to sweep over this place, I must also share with you that the first round of applications to be a part of this program was supposed to happen in December. And it got, just as Mr. Hussain pointed out, a fantastic buzz. Over 400 applications were received, 180 made it to the first cut, and now we're still waiting with our fingers crossed on who are going to be the final inductees of this National Incubation Program. But I must say, just as it was mentioned here, the B2B and B2Cs is important. But the way the world is progressing, the way technology has been this great equalizer, I think we have to start thinking in terms of H to H. human to human. Doesn't matter where you are in the country, doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you can come up with a great solution, that is going to be a winning one. Ladies and gentlemen, building on that only, we have another key partner of this partnership, this synergy that is here. And we'd love to hear from him as to see what the world is doing and how you can make your mark, which also happens to be their key message for us. Please join me in welcoming the founder of VimpelCom, Mr. Augie Fagella.
Thank you, everybody. It's a tremendous honor for me to be here and to be part of this great initiative. The Madam Minister and I indeed defined this vision together, that we wanted to start to create an ecosystem far beyond just what this National Incubation Center is to help startups in Pakistan. The energy, the opportunity, the creativity that I have seen, and this is now unfortunately only my second trip, but the first trip I took a year and a half ago when I came here. I came here together with a dear friend of mine, the co-founder of Snapchat, Evan Spiegel, and we met a lot of young people. And hearing the passion that they had and the enthusiasm for wanting to make a difference in this community and understanding that they had the potential to take a very simple idea, as I had when I went to Moscow in 1991, as Evan Spiegel had when he started Snapchat. And yet we were able to turn a vision that was simple and straightforward into something quite global that, thank God, has had a tremendous impact on many people. It's particularly a very proud moment for me as VimpelCom, as a co-founder of VimpelCom, to be able to participate in an initiative like this National Incubation Center. Indeed, it's because of the fact that we have such strong entrepreneurial roots at VimpelCom. Make your mark in helping develop ecosystems, startup ecosystems in all the countries that we work in is very important to us. I will also tell you that the energy and the passion that I experience every time I come here with the jazz employees, with all the different Pakistani people that I've met, is unparalleled. This incubation center is not our first incubation center that we have been proud to be part of, but I am proud to say that it is by far the largest one that we have done. And you should be very proud of the support of your government, of the vision, the leadership of Madam Minister and others here who supported this. Because it shows a true commitment that when they say they want a digital Pakistan, it's not just words, it's actions. And one thing that you will learn, speaking out to our young entrepreneurs in the room, actions define everything. You need a vision. You absolutely need to have that vision, but a vision without action doesn't amount to much. And that's the charge and the opportunity that you all have been given here. There's 5 particular ones that we're proud that we're going to be taking to Barcelona to be able to showcase to the world what Pakistan is capable of, what they are capable of, and what they can do to really change the world. And it is truly that impactful. And I speak to you from experience because when I first started, I didn't think I would have the kind of impact, but I knew I was going to, in my own little way, in my own little community, going to make a difference, and that becomes infectious. That becomes something that grows and grows and grows. It spreads as you build your teams. That enthusiasm grows as you make an impact. People appreciate it, and it's that symbiotic giving and getting that really is extraordinary. You will face a lot of challenges going forward. You will face a lot of no's in everything that you do. And the true test, whether you should be an entrepreneur or not, is will you keep going despite those no's? Will you keep going despite those challenges? You're here, you've made it this far, you're actually doing the work to try to get the help, to try to get the access, to try to take your enthusiasm and turn it into action. So my prospects for you are very strong. I'm quite certain you will persevere. You need to persevere. There's tremendous opportunities throughout the world. You should feel blessed that you have the support of organizations like this, of a government like this. And truly, we stand behind this. Jazz stands behind this. It was a tremendous amount of work for Amir, Amika, the team, but it's something that they did because they believed in it. They did it as individuals, not just as a corporate. And that's what you're going to find, that everybody that becomes part of this, they're going to be here because they want to help you make a difference. It's not about trying to get some CR credit out of it or trying to get something out of it. It's wanting to genuinely give back. And the charge on you guys is to take advantage of that, deliver something good, turn it into action, and really showcase what a great country Pakistan is and what potential you can bring to the entire world. Thank you and welcome to everybody. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Fabella, for once again reminding us about the power of now, the power of right here in this moment, because everything else is just an illusion or a memory. And we do have this habit of thinking about the worst. I'm sure there are lots and lots of young people here, and everyone can relate to the fact that there's a lot of no that we've heard in our life. We've had enough no's that can last us a lifetime. But I would like you to walk away with just one little nugget of information. When people don't have the power to say yes, they will always give you a no. And you have to learn not to take it personally. More importantly, ladies and gentlemen, there is always going to be contrasts. This world is going to have people who are prospering, and there are going to be things not doing so well for the others. What does that tell us? That tells us to believe in ourselves and to not be so contained and constricted. But once again, we do need support of the others. We do need people to believe in us. How we get to that point? Well, by creating a synergy, just like you have right here. So take in the positives, and from that point, catapult yourself into the dream that you have. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming one person who's always believed in the power of digital Pakistan, and who I know over the last many years has been taking many big and small steps to make sure that you and I have that equal opportunity to do just the same in our lives. Please join me in welcoming the chairman of PTA, Dr. Syed Ismail Shah.
Again, I'd like to welcome you all, Minister of State for IT, Secretary IT, all the members from PTA, Dr. Mr. Faisal Khan, Colin, my colleague from Wimpelcom, Yusuf, CEO of R&D Fund, my colleagues from Ministry of IT, Mudassir, Yasir, Tahir Saab, and all others, Board of Directors of National ICT R&D Fund, Team Up, and all the startups, academia, colleagues, I see Naeem here also, Salman, many other friends, Raza Shah, and colleagues from NIT. This is actually, if you look at the whole thing now, and you see the display of the Ministry of IT now, previously it was the ICT R&D Fund, the team of Jazz. One team that I forgot is the National ICT R&D Fund team, actually who worked day and night towards finalization and selection of this national ICT project when it was advertised. So you see this on the screen also and all over the places. This is what collaboration can bring about, and this is what actually I always talk at every level in the government and also in the private sector. And I remember at this stage the statement that was made by your predecessor, sir, Rizwan Bashir Saab, Azmat Raja Saab, when there was a meeting and that was attended by our telecom operators, and there were some people from other ministries, and they said, why these private operators are sitting here? And he said, they are part and parcel of our team. So, and that's actually the way we can succeed, because at the end of the day, all of us, we are from citizens of this world, then citizens of this country, working for this country. Today I am here on this side, you are on the other side. Tomorrow the situation may change. So all of us are here to work together. The other reason that I have the other thing that I have been encountering a lot, and as was mentioned also, is that there can be thousands of reasons of not doing anything. I can make excuses that this thing cannot be done because I don't have the environment to work, because there is this problem there, because this person is not letting me do this, or that person is not letting me do that. But I think when there is a will, there is a way. You can do things. And time has proven that even if you look at the last 3.5 years, and look at your own sector, which is the ICT sector, so many things have happened. One other point that, I mean, this is not political point that I'm saying, I'm just saying that everyone has complained from government, for example. No matter what we do, or by we I mean the government employees or the government itself, we would complain. But nobody is willing to join and work either in the government or with the government. You see, these are people like me and you who are there, who can make a change. And I can tell you from my example, I may not have been able to do what actually I wanted to. Let's say I thought of 100 things, but maybe I have only been able to achieve, let's say, 10 out of them. But then those 10 things have an impact on about 200 million people. Like in one part of my previous career, I used to be a professor in the university. So if I teach a good course, it would impact, let's say, 40 people, 50 people. But this way, you can impact 200 million people. We need people, good people, who would say yes to all the good ideas in the government. Even if you don't want to be in the government, at least help us with your advice, with your suggestions, and then telling us the things that should be done, and the way also. How do you want these things to be done? As we are moving on with especially this ICT area, and my main job, as you probably know by now, most of you, is the Pakistan Telecommunication Authority. When people ask me, what are you trying to do? I tell them that we are trying to reduce the regulations. Because this is the time of reducing the regulation, it's not the time of over-regulating. Look at the ICT. Everyone is asking me in the government, and tomorrow we have a meeting also. What are you doing about these OTTs? Well, when you are on the internet, everything is an OTT. So on one side you have all those services, and on the other side you have operators, carriers like Mobilink providing those services, and others also. So on them we have lots of regulation. On the other side we don't. So what is the balance that we need to bring in? These are the things that we have to think about. How do we actually work as partners and bring about these changes? So at the end I would say, come join hands with us, with each other. Let's work together for humanity, for the country, for the well-being of this country. And that actually has been the mission. And the end, I'll just tell you a little about this project. Actually, I must say, those of you who know me, you know that I just don't say things that are not true. This actually is not really my vision. I got into this vision after actually the minister had it by the name of, the actual name of this project was Tech City. And she used to say Tech City in almost every meeting of the National ICT R&D Fund. And then we had a team that was led by Dr. Shahid Qureshi, sitting here as a board member, Shahab Saab, Mudassar I think would also be here. Then they came up with how do you realize, you have a dream, you want to do something, then you must come up with the related work. So they did that. For the first time, it was a failure. They were not able to actually come up with the right group who could actually take it forward. But it was really not a failure. It was learning for the next step. There is no failure. I think there is always a new learning. And then we look at, what are the reasons that cause the failure? And I think Shees would be sitting somewhere, and Adil and other team members. They brought the RFP to me and they said, these are the suggestions that have been given by the private sector, but we cannot remove them because such and such thing. And here I'll tell you a joke also. I went to a wedding in the northern part of, I also come from that area. There was a wedding and they were deciding on the meher, so you know about that, and they said it's 32 rupees. And at that time I was a student and I said, why are you saying that it should be 32 rupees? And they said, it's written in the Quran. I said, no, I have read the Quran, it's not written there. So sometimes we feel that this rule or this thing is there in the Quran or in the FEPRA rules or this rule or that rule. Usually it is not. Like look at all the procedure, and I hope that Yusuf would be looking at the procedures that you have for procurement, for audit and all that. These things are usually not actually written in any law. Somehow somebody makes them in the beginning and you think that they are just part of the rules and it cannot be changed. We changed most of the things that we could, and then the other part was to bring people in. So that's what actually did. It wasn't much that we did, that I did. It was the team, it was the earlier team, it was the vision of the minister earlier, and the team, the board, including Secretary Saab, they all then contributed towards making it a reality. So it's always the team, and the team must be open to new ideas and they must work together. And from, especially in this setup that you are in, the startups, 5 of them are here and I hope that we'll have more. Don't be afraid of failures. Yesterday I shared with someone, he told me that I think that you are a very good, you make very good presentations. I mean, at least this is what he thought. He may not agree with it. But I said, you know, when I gave my first presentation, what happened? He said, no, and this is, till this point, this is secret information that I'm giving you. I said, I thought that, I wrote something that I'm going to say this and that, and then when I went to the board, I almost forgot everything and I just mumbled a few things, said if you work clearly, and sometimes the voice would be too loud, sometimes it would be too low. And when I came back, the professor, that was a course in the US, the professor somehow wrote some comments, and later when I saw it, the comment was poor. So did I fail? No, I did not, because I learned from that. My next presentation, I got an A in that course at the end, because I learned from my mistakes. So similarly, there is no failure in life. We always learn from whatever we do. So this is what we have been trying to do. So the earlier things were not a failure, or whatever you do in life will not be a failure, right? Parvez, Salman, Ali, these are not failures. These are the things and that will actually take you on if you move on. If I ask Ali, so your earlier job was a failure? Earlier the first job? No, it was not actually. Similarly, you can think about your own lives. Nadeem Saab is sitting here. His time at Microsoft. Was it a failure? No. It resulted into a wonderful program with the Minister IT taking the lead and Tahir Saab helping them. So there is no failure. You learn from it and you move on. That is my message for you. And the other message is to work, to collaborate, to work with each other. Don't worry about the criticism. And this actually is the same for me. I am telling myself also to do the same. So thank you very much. And I hope whatever help you need from our side as a board member of ICT R&D Fund, also as a chairman of Pakistan Telecommunication Authority, please let us know. You can use our platform also for all the help that you need. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Shah. Well, anybody who's a dreamer can tell you that you sometimes have inside voices, a voice inside your head that tells you things. And while you were talking about failure and about successes, somehow the voice in my head went, failure se dar nahi lagta, saab dhan hone se lagta. So I think for a lot of great ideas, the world is an oyster, but more importantly, this place can really catapult you. This place has that power, and empathy is a game changer. So you have a lot of people who can empathize with you. And for empathy, they say, walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. I can tell you that this place is a place of opportunity because I already got a chance to sit in the power seats for a few seconds each. All the important people, while they were talking, I got to sit in their seat for a little bit. So yes, they do have the power to make things happen. And all the people who have come together, who have contributed, they want you to succeed. If there could be one thing that I can perhaps emphasize more on, because as Pakistanis we feel that our ideas can be stolen. What if I share an idea and somebody else nicks it? Please know that nobody is investing in your idea. They're investing in your commitment to your idea. And you believe that you can make it a success. And that's something nobody can take it from you. And that is exactly the kind of ecosystem, the digital space that our ministry is envisioning for Pakistan. And they're moving boulders, they're moving mountains to make sure that that happens. And the lady who's had that vision is right here with us. As I mentioned previously too, her presence, her patronage to this idea means a lot. So please join us in welcoming the Minister, the Venom Minister of Ministry of IT and Telecom, Madam Anusha Rahman Khan.
Secretary IT, Chairman PTA, Mr. Augie, Amir, Zuhair Khalid Saab, Yusuf Saab, and I can see my team members, Ministry of IT, Tahir Saab, Mudassir, everybody is here, Ali, Iftikhar, Bakar Saab, Yasir, Haroon, NITB team, all of them are sitting here. Then the board members of ICT R&D Fund, PTA members, Assalamu Alaikum. So much has been said about the National ICT R&D Fund and how it was born. I don't think there's too much left. But nobody knows the real journey to where we stand today, I think. And the real journey of the National ICT R&D Fund, as Shah Saab said, was a tech city, was when I went to London in the summer of 2014. And I was shown the tech city London as the incubation hub in London, a very, very simple place where I saw the buzz, the youngsters who were innovating, who were working on ideas. I was shown how the New York City cabs, the adverts on the top of the taxis, were run from a very young entrepreneur sitting in London, and so many more ideas. So I spoke to them and I said, I would want to have a tech city in Islamabad. I have a 60% youth population, my youngsters are buzzing with ICT, we had done the spectrum auction by then, and they gave me this, that and other suggestions. But nothing concrete, nothing substantial could come out with my engagement with the administration of Tech City in London. So I came back. I said, fine, if I can't do it with them, there is no reason why we can't do it ourselves. I don't believe in a no, I don't take a no. For me, everything is a yes. If you believe in it, it will happen. So as you rightly said, no is not an answer. If you believe in what you're doing is correct, and all you need to do is put your heart and soul in it. And then you have what you have today, mashallah. Alhamdulillah. So I came to the ICT R&D Fund Board. In the meantime, I met Mr. Augie. He visited, and he's a big champion of venture capitalism. He himself is an entrepreneur. He himself is somebody who's giving to the world what jazz is now demonstrating. So we said, let's work on it, and I would want to do it. I said, look, in my country, probably we are hindered by the fact that maybe we don't have the funds. But Ministry of IT doesn't need any funds. We have the USF funding, we have the ICT R&D funding. What probably has been lacking in the past is a desire to do something. is the vision to want to do something, is the commitment to want to do something, is the real hunger, the appetite to be able to bring Pakistan on the roadmap and to give it the place which it rightly and truly deserves. So for me, the only thing is that we have to put together this idea in a way that we can actually make it happen. So I took it to the ICT R&D Fund Board. Yes, the struggle was in the ICT R&D Fund Board itself. Because I was faced with different types of no's, so to speak. Minister, we can't do it at the NITB. It's a government building. We have to take permission from the PWD. I said, NITB is a Ministry of IT building, and if it is lying vacant, it is empty. If it is not getting any rent as such, it should be in any case their job to host incubation. It is their job, it is their mandate. So how is it that I have to seek the permission of the PWD, for example? So meeting after meeting, and I said, if there is a requirement from PWD, it will be handled, but we will make it here in NITB. Then all sorts of proposals in the ICT R&D Fund Board. We should rent it out, we should get it here, we should get it there. I said, no, it will be at the NITB, because NITB is where it should be placed. It's a government exercise. NITB belongs to the government. This funding is coming from the government. All we need is now a partner. So the Ministry of IT did it as a public-private partnership. So gradually, then I requested Shahid Saab. He became the head of the subcommittee. He is mashallah mastering the incubation in IBA in Karachi. Then we had Khwaja Saad Saab. Then we have Adil Shahab Saab, other team members. Obviously, not just, I'm mentioning the private sector representation at the board. We got the RFP out, one RFP, second RFP, third RFP. How many RFPs could you do? I did not tire myself, nor my team. Then Ismail Shah Saab became the acting chairman or acting CEO of the ICT R&D Fund. So we kept on doing it. We just kept on doing it till we reached the moment when we could actually find partners who had faith that the government is doing this project, they're serious about it, and they are going, if we get into a project with them, there is going to be an outcome. If there is an outcome, there is an output, only that's what the private sector wants. So Shah, I'm very grateful. I think without you steering it as the CEO at that time of the ICT R&D Fund yourself, we did advertisement. The challenge was getting the RFP out of the board. Once it was done, then it was easy. At least it was out of the ICT R&D Fund board, and the company had to then do other liaison. So I'm very grateful that Jazz, actually I'm grateful to Amir, personally. I think if he was not the CEO, I don't know what would have happened. It is Amir, and Augie, you should be very proud of your team, that he then came forward and he said, yes, we are going to bid for it. Because it's not just about them having funding, it's about them, how are you going to deliver on this huge dream? It's not a small dream, it's a huge dream, it's a huge commitment. And Amir was whispering in my ears, madam, whatever funding we got, I have spent happily over and above that. So this is the commitment. And I said to him, I said funding is not an issue with us. The issue is that we have to deliver on these dreams. These youngsters, these entrepreneurs, they have to be the torchbearers of my country, as those torchbearers who are bringing part of the digital Pakistan and bringing the revolution, the ICT revolution that we all want Pakistan to champion. So then, obviously, the bids went out, Mobilink won the bid, and now they are Jazz. And it's not a very long journey. It's been, perhaps 18 months since we first finalized the RFP. Nothing happens overnight. Everything takes time. But the only thing I know is that no is not an answer. The success lies in a yes. The success lies in the belief that we are going to team up. And Zuhair, the team up word is for you, is for me, is for people at MOIT, is for people at PTA, is for people at Jazz, is for people at NITB, that we have to team up. And I was given such incredible scenarios that if I had bought those scenarios, we would not be sitting here. I was told that, madam, if you're going to put it in NITB, there is going to be a fight of NITB employees every day with these startups. And I said, why would they fight? I mean, they are sitting in a separate area, but there will be a fight on the entrance. There will be a fight on the gate. There will be a fight on different types of things. And I said, why would there be a fight? This is a common collaborative exercise. And we are the facilitators, and if there is fight, I will be sitting here and I will be seeing through it that there is not a fight. And then the NITB head we have recently got is ensured there is going to be no fight. Why should there be one? So what I'm saying is that, as you were mentioning, that the no's can have 101 excuses for a no. But the determination only requires one yes. And that's about it. And don't get into a no. So the teams who are sitting here, the startups and the youngsters who are going to come for it, all your ideas, for me, are the asset of my country. And your ideas are the ideas which I believe have a market, commercialization potential, and to take you as world leaders. You will be the global leaders. That's what I believe in. So what you need to do is now, Amir, to advertise this incubation center as much as you can, select the people on merit, and then we will together see that we provide them the venture capital funds to let them grow and that idea to flourish. I'm seeing it on regular basis, but the Baitul Mal has done in collaboration with Microsoft, USF funding, and I see it on regular basis that how these girls are learning how to do coding and cloud computing in the most remote areas of the country. And Haris is giving us the next labs, next 50 labs, and we will be finished by the end of summer with 150 computer labs. And I'm very grateful to Microsoft for doing with me as a public-private partnership. Then, the story is not ending, and Yusuf has mentioned to you that we are doing 4 more such incubation centers in the capitals, provincial capitals. And in the last board meeting, we also approved 1 incubation for Internet of Things, 1 incubation for robotics, and 1 incubation for FinTech. And Jack Ma says, Minister, you have to say it's TechFin. Because whatever we now do is going to be tech first and everything else later. So there are now 7 more of the incubation centers in the pipeline. They have to give me the RFP in the next 3 weeks. And I'm going to make sure that all of us are now experienced enough, that we don't need to debate the RFPs too much. We have got the experience, we have seen the results. And we can then launch in a very short span of the next 6 months incubation centers such as the one here in Islamabad, in other parts of the country. But as we, mashallah, grow, as we take Digital Pakistan through its journey, what I feel is that the credit lies with all of us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we are going to be a little bit more tolerant with each other. It wouldn't matter. We need to be a little bit more tolerant with each other. We need to be a little bit more supportive to each other. We have to grow out of our mare. It has to be a joint effort. It has to be everybody's effort. It has to be everybody's credit. Because at the end of the day, who wins is Pakistan. And when my country is winning, how my country can win, this is all what we do at the Is that correct? That how we can find the ways and means to get Pakistan onto that spot where Pakistan is seen to be leading in ICTs. And when I was at the World Economic Forum just 2-3 weeks ago, I was given the opportunity by the World Economic Forum to present Pakistan as a case study to the world. And this is the first time ever that any ICT, any IT minister was invited by the World Economic Forum to do that. And when I was presenting what Pakistan is doing, I was feeling very proud, very humbled, and also thinking that this space is what Pakistan needs to get to, for example, the final goals. What are the goals that we have set for ourselves at the ministry? When I joined, we were less than 3% in broadband. Shahzad Sahab has been with Telenor, I think, doing the IT. And when you started initially, we were nowhere in broadband in 2003-04. We were still less than 3% in 2013. When Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif took charge as the Prime Minister, the broadband was literally less than 3%. Then PMLN government gave the manifesto, and under the leadership of the Prime Minister, we are today at 27% broadband of within the mobile users. This is a huge accomplishment. And the target that we have set at the MOIT is 50% by the end of 2018. That's the target. Then we've got the software exports increased by a phenomenal number, 40+%. We are now ranked 4 in freelancing, and we vary from 4 to 5. Sometimes we come to 3rd. I'm getting the Girls ICT for Girls program rolling, where we are doing the coding and cloud computing programs. So all the side programs that the USF funding is doing, the goal of the USF is, and the policy has already been approved by the USF board, to connect every village with 100 population with broadband, mobile broadband. So Pakistan का हर गांव जहां 100 की population है और वहां पे कोई connectivity नहीं है, वहां PTCL भी नहीं है, उस गांव को हमने mobile broadband देना है। और ये policy already हमने approve कर दी है USF के fund से, और इस policy को USF fund company जो है वो implement and execute कर रही है। हमारे बहुत सारे projects already बलोचिस्तान में, खैबर पख्तूनख्वा में चल रहे हैं, और मेरा ख्याल है कि 4 और मेजर प्रोजेक्ट्स के बाद पूरे पाकिस्तान में ये रोल आउट मुकम्मल हो जाएगा। उसके बाद फाटा रह जाएगा, आई थिंक, एंड आफ्टर दैट वी विल बी कंप्लीट विद दिस एक्सरसाइज। देन वी आर स्केलिंग अप। Okay, once we've done the villages, we've done the 100 villages, we provided broadband, we are building on the services. The telecenters project, and I would like, Augie, for you to look at it, that we need to have now again another model of public-private partnership with the telecenters. I think you're bidding for it, but I want the private sector to come forward and make telecenters with us. NTC has given the land for the first 30 telecenters, and we have to again overcome with this no that the government can't do certain things. We have found a way of how we can do certain things. And for that, again, I'm very grateful for my team at Minister of IT, Secretary IT, my previous Secretary IT, Mr. Azmat Ranja, I always remember him. Chairman PTA, who has been a constant support. Then Mudassir, I must mention, has been a great advisor. The team with Mudassir leads, with Yasir there, his Ben member, in charge of member telecom. Then Haroon, then Saad, then member IT sitting here, Raza, Iftikhar has been leading NITP. I'm very proud to say that we made 18 transparent appointments within the Ministry of IT domain. And Yusuf, I'm very proud, I'm very happy that you've joined us. We have got the head of USF company, Haris is just sort of doing the stopgap arrangement till such time that he joins in April. So we've got these appointments done in a way that we attract the private sector to come and work with the government. I need the blood, fresh blood to come in. What Prime Minister desires is to upgrade the employment opportunities. What the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif desires, he desires to have more entrepreneurship conducted in the country. And what the Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif desires is to bring in girls and the women folk into the mainstream workforce of the country. And I want to see more women leaders. And I'm grateful, Amir, that you are championing women leaders in your team. And I'm very happy that the startup is being led by another female. So with those words, I would like to congratulate all of you, thank all of you, want to wish luck to all of you. This is, yes, my little baby. This was what I wanted to see. It was a little over 2 years ago. I don't think 2 years is any time in the life of any government. I wish it could have been done earlier, but I know that the next 5 or 6 or 7 projects that we are doing will be faster. My team members in different departments have learned now that I don't take no for an answer. So we all work together and find solutions rather than problems to get to the destiny that Allah Ta'ala Subhanahu wants Pakistan to reach. Bahut shukriya. Jazakallah.
Thank you, Madam Minister, for your kind words of inspiration. Your patronage, of course, means a lot. And that story of determination, it brings to mind one of my favorite expressions. It is not the battles that we have lost that haunt us the most, but the ones that we never mustered the courage to fight. So it is really that commitment and that determination that is going to be the game changer. Wishing you all the best, the ones that who are going to be part of this wonderful program. A big thank you to all the stakeholders and our partners for this synergy, for this idealistic synergy that is indeed bring about the best in these ideas and catapult them to the reality that they deserve to become. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your presence, for your participation. We'd now like to invite you for a cup of tea and more inspiration over that. Thank you once again.